Let's welcome our speaker, Daniel Liu. Daniel Liu is the business advisor for the Texas Gulf Coast Network. And today he will give a presentation of a wiki program. Let's please welcome Daniel.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for the opportunity to be here to present SBDC with the WKI program. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Sammy, for your kind support and the opportunity to show what we can help, with the idea conception to commercialization of your invention or your product. Let me share my presentation. So what is Wiki program? Wiki program is an early tech startup program that helps startup to get commercialization or SBIR, STTR grant funding from the SBA. Who do we help? Basically, with the WKI program, we're focusing on the researcher with an idea, researcher with an interest in starting a company or might not have even a supporting team yet. We can help them to support and develop this kind of team format. On the university side, licensing, from all the faculty member, funding cell team, we can help them to make sure that they understand from concept to market commercialization of their idea or their invention. Or with the student startup, especially like graduate student, we can help them start up with a small business or maybe with the IP before they even graduate. So how do we come up with the idea with the WKI? Basically, one of our business advisor, Mr. Robert Johnson, he was thinking about this idea, how can help the people with the IP to commercialize the idea. And he asked around all the SBDC and everybody just come up with the same WKI. So he started looking to this and he found out that 2 decades that Wendy Kennedy have put together this program for university, for Air Force, for a lot of different organizations, help them from IP into market. So you can see right here, we got the Purdue, we got Mayo Clinic, we got University of Nebraska, Texas A&M, UT Health, etc., etc. All this program have been proven successful for all the people who get invention and want to go to market. So the business is what it is. It's an idea. It's half right and half wrong. Right. So we base on our decision, based on our data, our logic, our number, or we can take it forward or backward. So what is WKI? WKI is, so what? Who care? Why you? That's the basic three-prong approach to this program. So what is what? What is your idea? How can you illustrate this idea? And what kind of problem did you try to solve, right? And how does this idea fit into the big picture of the market? Who cares, right? We're talking about the market. Who is your customer base? What is the channel? What is the path that you can take this product into the market? And where is the money? Where's the beef? Where is the market side that can really, you can scale it up to become successful and sustainable when you open your business. Last but not least is why you, right? Why do you have the competitive edge to go out and create this unique product that offer to the world, right? Why you can execute it better than your competitor, and why is your value proposition make people willing to take a look at your concept or your business model. So Wendy Kennedy prepared all this method based on all the experience, all the years she's been working with innovator. She got one program can be online or one program can be in person. How does the program work? The program is like the 9th step that you can see on the right. It's a napkin drawing, define the problem, you categorize it, right? And you take a look at the market. You have the straw man to understand what is kind of tool that you need to bring your product into the market, what channel distribution that you need to go through, and where's the number financial model that you need to get your startup costs, you get your marketing strategy, and then what is your strategy go to the market, and after that, the end of the day is what is your story that attract people want to listen to your business model. So all of this, 9 component, sometimes we can meet in weekly, or we can meet, in different kind of format in 3-hour length. So each founder can have a chance to exchange the idea, present, their concept. And we usually like to take between 6 and 10 founder per cohort, because this way we can really have a good interaction. They draw their framework for each meeting. Before the meeting, that doesn't mean they do their homework. And after that, they make presentation during the meeting, right? And the outcome of all this summation will be the pitch presentation or the SBIR submission at the end of the class, of the cohort. So this is what a basic look like, for your homework, right? On the left here, we got the napkin tool, the drawing tool, right? Something that, you can have a chance to how to illustrate your product concept that someone can be related, right? How can you categorize it, your product? How can you put this one in a different perspective? Your strategy go to the market, and what kind of market channel. So this is kind of simple to show you how WKI will walk you through from 1 to 9. So basically a same thing like that, but a little bit more in a different paraphrases, right? So the napkin tool is what is your idea? How do you can really explain to us, right? And what is the problem? The problem tool, the carried map tool, help you to define the problem and how do whether your idea will be fitting, right? And who is your customer? Who is your target customer in your market? So the market fishbone, the segment drawing will help, the tool will help you define that kind of customer that you need to find. Who is your customer? Who is your path to market? Again, it's a segment straw tool. The ecosystem ladder tool will help you to do that, right? The next one is competitive edge. Why are you so unique? So the competitive metrics, the competitive analysis tool, the competitive radar tool will help you to know exactly where you mapping along with all your competitors. How do you execute it? How do you go to market? How are you going to tell this story on the last week of the whole thing, right? So basically, at the end of 6 weeks, you can really wrap it up and have a story telling you how to illustrate your product until how you can make it, bring it out to the market. So this one of the picture illustrated how do we interact in person in the wiki program cohort. Each one of you will have a homework you do, and you create the homework and you make presentation before other 6 or 10 founders. Same thing like that. So they share, they exchange, they give advice, make suggestions to each other. That's how we learn to grow from this WKI program. So again, just basically, session 1 is the napkin tool. So introduction to the tool, introduction by the code, and the founder would break out in teams and then, do the drawing, the map based on their homework they put on the whiteboard, right? And each one will explain to everybody exactly what they have in mind, what is their thinking and how they can improve, right? And if after that, we can walk through the whole thing to make sure that share the full concept with all the other founders. Right. So after you do those things like that, the group will come back and make suggestions, make comments, give them better idea how to can make better, and maybe some other thing that they did not explain to the illustration clearly. This is one of the best way to really, bring down your concept into really an explainable illustration, on the napkin, right? So then we will summarize it and we will give, what we do next. So at the end of all those 6 week or the 9 module, right? You have all that material that you can put this together on the business plan in a life plan up metrics or projection hub, right? And then we also create 2-day workshop helping you in the pitch competition, so you can really strategize, if you want to private equity investor, right? And also sometime we will create a pitch competence competition to make sure that each one of you will stand before the very biased unbiased judge, and then they can see how professional you are to make your pitch at your business, right? And last but not least, right, all after all of this one, we will send you or connect you with the lender, investor, or either commercialization, other manufacturer in the Houston area. So that's basically the picture of the WKI program. We have one cohort, 2 cohort that start up for 2024. We really love to collaborate with Born Global to set up cohort with Born Global to help people to really bring the idea, the concept to market, and also we can even helping with the F1 visa if anybody inside the program that looking for a student looking for continue to establish their business here in the United States, we can help you in that immigration process also. So let us today, any question, let me know. Again, my name is Daniel Lu from SBDC. This is what the WKI program look like.
Thanks, Daniel. I also learned something new today. So any questions, you can raise the hand, use the icon in the chat.
Not know how to do that.
Okay, Daniel, let me ask the first question. So is this program for free?
Yeah, it's all free because part of the way we want to help the business grow, and especially from immigrant that exactly suitable for this type of an idea. There's a lot of business concept, but how you take it to the next level. And we are part of the federal resource program, so it's all free for everybody.
Okay. So do they have to apply for it and be selected?
Yeah, at this time, due to the a lot of application into the program, if anybody interested, I will send them the application, and then and then we will let them know whether they will be on the next cohort.
Okay, thank you. I think Chris has a question.
Yeah, I was just, first of all, thank you, Daniel. And just for those, I've known Daniel for a few years, and he's works tirelessly, really, to help small business grow into big business. And it's quite it's quite something, the dedication you and your team have. And I'm just looking at the chat line. Maybe what you could do is just those that don't have your information, Daniel, would be helpful. A way to contact you, because some of the templates that you have, the program is great. I like some of the templates, actually. I've looked at them. You're always looking for a way to pitch your company. And you've got some unique kind of ideas that are not kind of the typical. I spent a few years with the SCORE business plan, which is great, but you've got kind of a new take on it. And some of those napkin kind of approaches are what you need when you're sitting down with a lender and trying to quickly explain what kind of business you're in before they get bored and want to move on to the next thing. So make sure you get a hold of Daniel. I didn't know about the F1 help that you guys give as well. That's excellent. So thank you.
That's great. I think our friend TJ raised his hand. TJ?
Your friend or your brother?
Either way.
Well, no, ladies, but yeah, good day. 2 questions. What immigrant status should anyone who is interested have before you can help them to change of status? Must it be F1, or can it be B1, B2 within valid B1, B2 or any other kind of visa? Number 2, is it only product based business, or is it service based? What I mean is that there's a lot of startup or people, entrepreneurs who are not product people, but they provide services. So can they also join the program? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. That's probably for the immigration lawyer to answer you specifically, but basically, what we do is we will offer the F1 visa, for them to continue to pursue, the education here in the United States. But, if you can reach out to me, I can, yeah, put you together with the people who handle those subjects.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
I have-
second question.
Go ahead.
The second question, I don't know if you understand that, is do you also support service based startup and entrepreneurs rather than product based?
Can you repeat the question? I'm not really.
Can people with service based startup join?
Oh yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
definitely.
product?
Yeah, it's basically it's an idea, a concept, or something that you think that maybe it's not out there in the market. That's what WKI for, whether product or service.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have one more question for Daniel. So if the people selected for this program, besides giving advices and the suggestions, will also grants or fundings be provided?
Basically, what we do, we help you to understand where the market is, and also because the material you've been putting together, it's really almost applied to SBIR, SCTR grant. So that's almost a given. And last but not least, the material also help you to put together a business plan when you emerge into life plan or up metrics. And those things you can go with funding, you can go with equity, or and make any pitch, because we do have also at the end, a pitch kind of like what you call a pitch workshop to help them to understand exactly what the element and what they should say, the thing like that. And they will practice before all the founder, all the member of the cohort. And after that, we even have the pitch competition. So there's so there's a 6 weeks going on with the education, but maybe 1 or 2 weeks with also rehearsal, ironing out all the pitching before, they will embark on their own.
Okay, thank you so much. We leave the last question for Andrew.
Hi, Daniel. So first, I think this is a very neat program that you're working with. It looks like you've got at least you've done a trial or two, or maybe you've been doing it for a while. I don't know, but I thought it's neat that you pull together some more obscure strategy ideas. You put it to something that's understandable and approachable, and I think that's really cool. My question was, so when they fill this out, how do you stay reconnected to the entrepreneur? I mean, do you talk with them once they've gone through this process, and then do you go back at it again and revise it, or is it just this is the program?
Yeah, basically, there will be a body committee with well experience in that particular field, and we think that our resource can correlate it, help you successfully moving forward to how realistic is your product and concept.
Okay.
And the more realistic you are, the more committing and skill that related to the invention, the idea that you have. So you'll be, put on the priority, and then, and we will help you to move from basic framework. And another thing is in the cohort will be variety industry. Like we have, we had, a group that have like engineering, chemical, doctor, blood test, health, and the very diversified industry, right? And those things will help them to elevate, the idea, because everyone will bring in a different angle of seeing the picture. So therefore, the founder will say, "Oh, I haven't seen that one," and they're willing to open and listening to them, because it's not somebody compete with them, but somebody look at it as a compliment for their concept.
That's wonderful. It seems like you get a great beginning step if you know what to look out for and know what your resources are. That's what Born Global is trying to do. In part, one of the things we're trying to do is build those bridges so that people have the access and knowledge that they need.
Yeah, we really love to, if it's possible, we can love to put together a cohort with Global Venture, for this spring 2024. It's pretty simple, and we have all material experiences, and all we need is a 6 or 10 body. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah, that will be a extra benefit for all our founders.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for your excellent presentation today. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat will reach out to you later.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.